Transfer windows are some of the most chaotic periods as a football fan. You could be at your highest and happiest where a favorite player of yours is either coming in or a player that you don't like is actually leaving. So what if we applied this to wrestling? So let's say a company decides to buy another wrestler for a particular fee, and they get that wrestler, and they can also sell other wrestlers that they don't really need on their rosters to other companies. Imagine the chaos that would ensue between like WWE and AEW, New Japan and AEW. Just the whole wrestling system in its entirety would just be thrown into a frenzy. And to make it kind of fair, we would only make it for like one time in the year or like 2 times in the year, like in football. We could have the different wrestling reporters and the dirt sheets report on all the news and the facts and the rumors happening within the transfer window, and the amount of fees and how desperate wrestling companies are to get these talents in. So, stick around, subscribe, don't forget to watch the other videos. I've got a bunch of videos that you guys can watch, and let's get going. So I am thinking of making at least 5 for this video, and these ones are kind of my preference. So if you've got your own preference, let me know in the comments. So my first one would be Adam Cole to WWE for $50 million. So we all know that Adam Cole was in WWE before, but he was only in NXT. So I feel like Triple H would want to take the opportunity on him to, see what he could do on the main roster, but not only him. So imagine if Adam Cole comes in a package deal, right? So it's not just Adam Cole, but it's Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Fish. Yes, I am reuniting the Undisputed Era back in WWE, but on the main roster. They could have a lot of fun. They could do the Bloodline versus the Undisputed Era, LWO versus the Undisputed Era. They could have fun. There's lots of actions in WWE. One more does not hurt. Also, it would give Adam Cole the opportunity to actually prove himself, to see how far he can actually go as a talent. The second one that I would actually make is Finn Balor to AEW/New Japan for about, let's say, 70 million, because Tony Khan has a lot of money. His family owns Fulham, so they have money also, so they are willing to spend all this money. So bringing someone like Finn Balor to AEW is a no-brainer if you think about it, right? Because one, he's got the whole Bullet Club thing. He can have a lot of great matches in AEW. There's a lot of people, and he can also go to New Japan on a sort of loan. He can have matches that he can be part of the G1 Climax, Wrestle Kingdom, and imagine matches like, Finn Balor or Prince Devitt, as he was called outside of WWE, versus people like Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Hangman and Adam Page. The list goes on. Imagine how crazy something like that would actually be. The next one would actually bring a tag team into WWE, and this would be FTR, or formerly known as the Revival, in WWE, and you would say this would go for about 30 million. These guys are champions wherever they go. They're a very good tag team, and they kind of suit the WWE style more than the style in AEW. The reason that they left was because, the tag division wasn't as great in WWE as it was growing in AEW. But I feel like in WWE there's a lot more talent, and there's a lot more opportunity where the tag division can actually grow. They've got a very, very good tag division in SmackDown with the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Pretty Deadly, the Street Profits. So I feel like FTR would make a lot of sense in WWE, and they've got a lot of unfinished business, and Triple H is there, so they would be taken care of. They would be fine. They would be perfect. The next person that I would actually send would be Natalya to TNA or Impact Wrestling for about 10 million. I feel like she kind of needs to rebuild built herself as not only a character but just as a wrestler. She is a veteran, so she knows, the ins and outs of wrestling. She can kind of build herself up like Naomi did. Look at Naomi now. She's up there, she's in a high profile storyline. So I feel like if you could do the same for Natalya, give her about as much time as she needs, to be honest, in TNA Impact. She can go to different companies on loan and build herself up to the point where WWE might want to buy her back. The last one that I would do would be to bring the House of Black to WWE. I feel like their whole style, their whole aura is much suited for WWE than AEW, where the production value would actually be given to them to flesh out their whole gimmick. People like Malachi Black or Aleister Black would be given time to actually flourish. Buddy Matthews can go back to being himself in WWE or even stay in the House of Black. He can also team up with Rhea Ripley, face Dominic at like a WrestleMania or something like that. He had a great match with Roman Reigns that I remember. So he can actually hang in WWE. I feel like he would also have a great time in WWE, being with Rhea also like right there, because they are married if I'm not mistaken. Brody King would also have a great time in WWE. I feel like he would be pushed a lot because he's got the whole WWE physique. And Julia Hart. Sorry, that is her name. Julia Hart would be unique in WWE. I feel like she'd also perfect that dark image. And they can go up against the Wyatt Six. They can go up against Karrion Kross and his stable. That would be awesome to see. So that would be awesome. People, if you have got your transfers that you would make in a wrestling transfer window, and also like the different rules and stuff that you guys have in mind, let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like. I'm out.